I want one of those.
Chelsea don't mess around. Fucking love that baby.
Wow, look at these. Pretty cool. Been wanting a graveyard like a Lego one for ages. And this place, is it closed or open? Well, I don't know. Closed. Lego graveyards. Wow, how cool are they? Good morning everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Unusual Things. Now this morning we are at Charter Street Cemetery in Salem of course, and we have come to find the final resting place of Captain Moore. Now if you don't know anything about Captain Moore, I will tell you some brief history about him in a moment. However, he is a very important part of the British and American history as a joint thing, so I will give you some more information about that real soon. Now, if you've heard of Captain Moore and the Mayflower, please leave it in the comments down below and let me know if you've been to this grave before, if you've been to Salem and you've been to this final resting place of Captain Moore, a British man of course, buried in Massachusetts. Then yeah, let me know, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up if you haven't done so. Tour guide, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll be notified when more videos come out. Right, we'll carry on. I'll tell you a little bit more about Captain Moore. Looks busy here at the moment, but I think we're getting him, it'll be okay. We're getting there, start chatting away. Now, Richard Moore was baptised on the 13th of November 1614 in the small village of Shipton, Shropshire, England. He was one of 4 young children from the Moore family, and his story is one of the most remarkable connected with the Mayflower voyage. At a tender age of 6, Richard was placed aboard the Mayflower in 1620, along with his siblings, and sent to the New World. His fate was tragic but also extraordinary. While 3 of his siblings perished during or soon after the voyage, Richard was the only one who survived. When the Mayflower arrived in New England, Richard was placed under the care of William Brewster, one of the spiritual leaders of the colony. Life in Plymouth Colony was hard, especially for a child separated from his family, but Richard endured over time. He managed not only to survive, but to thrive. By the 1630s, Richard was growing into adulthood. He married Christian Hunt in Plymouth on October the 20th, 1636, and soon after moved to Salem, where he built a new life. There he became a freeman of the town after joining the First Church of Salem in 1643. Richard and Christian went on to raise a large family, having at least 7 children together: Samuel, Thomas, Caleb, Joshua, Richard, Susanna and Christian. Richard Moore also became a sea captain in the 17th century. Seafaring was a dangerous but vital occupation, and Richard commanded merchant vessels that helped connect New England to the wilder Atlantic world. His skills earned him respect, and in 1674 he was licensed as a Master of the Friendship of Salem. Around the same time, he was also permitted to keep an ordinary or inn selling beer and cider in Salem. Richard's personal life was not without controversy. While still married to Christian Hunt, he also married Elizabeth Warner in London in 1645. Later, after Christian's death in 1676, he married for a 3rd time to Jane Crumpton. Around 1678, despite these complicated relationships, his place in history is most strongly tied to his endurance as a Mayflower passenger and his later career as a captain. By the 1690s, Richard was one of the last living survivors of the Mayflower voyage. He died in Salem sometime between 1693 or 1694, of about 84 years of age. His gravestone is in Salem's Charter Street Cemetery, still stands today, though the inscription claims he died in 1692. The date was added later and is not accurate. What makes his gravestone especially remarkable is that he's only known surviving stone still in its original location for any Mayflower passenger. Richard Moore's life was extraordinary as a boy torn from his family, a survivor of the dangerous Atlantic crossing, a colonist who built a family and career in the New World, and one of the few whose final resting place remains marked for us to see today. His story bridges the old world and the new, reminding us of the human struggles, resilience and courage at the heart of the Mayflower's voyage. Okay, so we've got some more headstones here. I don't know who these people are. I'm sure they're of some significance or importance. That's probably why they're chained off. Mind you, that one there is falling down a bit. Doesn't look in the best of health. And then this one over here has almost like a childlike inscription at the top of the headstone. So yeah, I'm not sure what that one is for. Anyway, we'll carry on around here. I think he's one of the people that looks after the gravestones to make sure you don't touch anything or walk on the grass or none of that sort of stuff, because you can't really do that here, which I understand. Anyway, there's lots of people heading over this way. They're probably all going to see Captain Moore's grave, so we're going to try and get there and do our little bit first if we can. Okay, so I've been having a good look around, and do you know what? I think I found it. Let's have a look. Here lies buried my body of Captain Richard Moore, aged 84 years, died 1692, Mayflower pilgrim. So there's the final resting place of Captain Moore. Now we can't get on the grass at all, so I can't go and touch it, but what an interesting life he's had. Like I said, I gave you some information there. If you're unsure about his past, go and check it out. It's definitely worth it. And he was a bit of a naughty boy with the girls, but he had such an interesting life, and to be one of the only survivors of the ship, of course, the Mayflower, and for his grave to be known and his whereabouts, and for him himself to then go on and become a captain. And next to him is his wife. So there we go. Captain Moore, born in the UK, buried in Salem. So we have it, the final resting place of Captain Moore. Of course, Richard Moore, one of the voyagers from the Mayflower ship all those many moons ago. Now, if you haven't heard that story, if you have before and you want to leave your comments down below, please do so. It's like my brain's thinking, because there's lots of people around me and I'm trying to think what I'm talking about, and so much. So my brain runs 100 miles an hour. And yeah, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, it's absolutely free. Hit the notification bell and you'll be notified when more videos come out. And I'll see you all from Salem, beautiful place, on the next one. Take it easy.